Hey guys, so I wanted to do an updated foundation routine. I've currently been using the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua, and I also wanted to incorporate this eye look and just show you some of the products that I've been using a lot lately. This eye look in particular is a look that I've been really enjoying lately and doing quite often, so I wanted to just share it with you. It's mostly eyeshadows from NARS, but I hope that you guys enjoy this tutorial, and if you stick around until the end of the video, I actually threw in an outfit of the day for you as well. Okay, so I already used my Cebu Hydrating Serum and the Day Cream. Next, I'm going to use the Coola Matte Tint Sunscreen all over. I'm obsessed with this stuff. And I always let that set before I cover it up with primer and foundation, just to make sure that it really sets into my skin and protects me. So you could see it goes on a little white, but it eventually kind of just blends into your skin color. So while that's setting, I'll just take Charcoal Brown from MAC, which is my go-to eyebrow color, and just fill in my eyebrows lightly. I don't really need them filled in. They're pretty dark, but I like to just make sure that there's no like sparse places or kind of see-through eyebrows. I just think it makes such a big difference when you have kind of your brows filled in. And this is a Sigma E75 little angled brush. This charcoal brown is lighter than my eyebrows, which is definitely, if you're blonde, you should go a shade darker. If you're brunette, I would go a shade lighter. And then this is just the Makeup Forever brush. It looks like a toothbrush. Just comb them out and blend. Alright. So, I always do my eyes first, just because then I don't have to worry about fallout and all that stuff. So, to start, I'm just going to use Urban Decay Primer Potion in Sin. Let me just zoom you guys in a little bit. This is still the old packaging. Just blend this in. And I take it all the way up to my brow. A little bit in the inner corner. Alright. So this has kind of just been my go-to colors that I've been doing pretty much this whole time lately. This is NARS Ashes to Ashes. It's a really pretty taupey brown, but it actually it doesn't come off as dark as it does in the pan. But it just gives like a nice little light wash of color. And this is a Sigma E25 blending brush. And I just coat my eyelid with this. You can always intensify this by putting like Corfu or another eyeshadow base underneath, but I like the light wash of color. Okay, and then my favorite color from NARS, I've been using this a lot. This is NARS California, and it's such a gorgeous, like, almost like burnt coppery orangish color, but it's so pretty. It's very dimensional. MAC 222. I just get it very lightly, and I actually picked up this shadow from Sephora. It was $10. They were having like a promotion or something. So I would definitely recommend this color. I don't really have anything like this from MAC or any other brand, so I love it. And it just really like lifts your eye. So I kind of put that on just into the crease, and then we'll blend it out. And I usually do this with my eyes open just because I find that it's a little bit easier to judge how high up you want the color to go. Sometimes when you close your eye, your two eyes end up looking different. And then I'm just going to take a fluffy blending brush, this one's from Sigma, and just blend around the edges so there's no harsh edge, and just blend the color a little bit, but I'm not really blending too much because I want that color to kind of be intense. Okay, alright. Then this is the grease paint stick from MAC in Below Ground, which is a pretty like bronzy brown color. I could probably get you guys closer. And I've just been using this right underneath my lash line. Any brown works for me, but this is something I just want to use up. I'm not one to put black on my waterline, so having the brown on the lower lash line intensifies your eyes without closing them. And then I just go over that with Galapagos from NARS. It's a, I've talked about this color forever. Pencil brush from Sigma. And this is another reason that I don't put foundation on before, because there is fallout with these shadows. Okay. And then you just want to take a clean blending brush and just blend, again, the edges. Okay. For liner, I've been loving the calligraphy liner from Hourglass, and this is in the color Cognac, which is a brown. It's a really nice like felt tip liner, and it's super, super easy to use, especially if you are someone that is just starting out with liner. And it's super easy to do a really thin line, but it's also very easy to kind of intensify that line and make it thicker. And having a felt tip liner also makes it super easy to do a little bit of a wing or a flick. At the ends. I like this better than the Jordana Fabiliner, just because I've mentioned in the past the Jordana one transfers on me. Like if I go to rub my eye or something, not rub my eye, but like I've itched my eye before, and the Jordana liner comes off, and I don't like that. This one stays put. I also really like the color of it. It's brown, but it's a really dark brown. So again, it's softer than black, but it's still really nice and defining for your eye. Alright, I just kind of flicked them out at the ends. Okay, so that's it for eyes. And now I'm just going to curl my lashes with my Chanel eyelash curler and put mascara on. And I feel like that California color from NARS looks so good with brown liner. It really like, oh, it just lifts the eyes. Looks so good. Okay, so I've been using the Armani Eyes to Kill, which I've told you guys in the past that I don't love. But I do find that if you put a primer down, this one's just a little sample from Tarte that I got, the multi-eye. Putting a primer down definitely helps with this mascara. And I'm starting to like the Armani mascara better. So this is what the brush looks like for those that may not have seen this before. It's actually a really nice brush. But I just didn't feel like it was giving my lashes the fullness that I look for in a mascara. And I still say the Prestige My Blackest Lashes, hands down, the best ever. And it's $6 at the drugstore. I will say though that the Armani Eyes to Kill mascara is easy to take off, and I use like a Bioderma, and it's really easy to take off, so that's always a plus. Usually not one that buys or uses eyeshadow or mascara primers, but when I wasn't liking the Armani one, it just prompted me to kind of use it and see if it would make a difference. So I do like the primer, but it's not a product that I think I'd repurchase or feel the need to have. My eyes watering. The Armani Eyes, or the Prestige My Blackest Lashes does just fine without a primer. So the primers are really great if you want to accentuate the volume of your lashes versus the length, because it kind of fills in and makes your lashes a little bit thicker. Alright, now we're going to just do the bottom. Okay. So, now we'll finish up with the face. Alright, so now obviously my sunscreen has set in really well. So this is the Revlon Perfecting Primer 001. I'm dropping stuff. I love this primer. And this is just how I usually apply my face products. I kind of dab them into the skin and then rub them out. And I just feel like that really helps to absorb the product and make sure that you're getting your entire face covered. Okay. So, this is the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua and the color 50. I love this foundation for summer. It's all I've been using. I usually just kind of get it on my finger, like that much, and I go right there. Obviously, I have a lot of redness. And then I also hit the outside of my face. I don't really do as much on the forehead because I don't need the coverage. I only do a little bit just so that it evens everything out. And this is the new Sigma brush from the Sigmax line, the flat angled kabuki, the F88. It's exactly like the F80 except it's angled. It's almost like these two brushes combined, which is great because it works the same. But it's angled, so it really helps to kind of get in those hard to get places. So again, I start by stippling the foundation on and then just rubbing it in. The Vitalumiere Aqua is a very light coverage. I wouldn't say that it's sheer. I've had a lot of questions from people asking how it compares to MAC's Face and Body. MAC is definitely more sheer than this one. So if you want like a more sheer you know, lightweight coverage, I would go with that one. This one is lightweight, but it's buildable. I don't think that the MAC one is as buildable. The MAC is also a great foundation for photography. I actually used it for my wedding day on my chest because the day before I was an idiot and I laid out. I didn't think I'd get burned in May, but I did, and I ended up using the Face and Body on my chest to kind of cover up the redness, and it was great. Okay, so this foundation is just amazing. I absolutely love the coverage because it's not a lot, but it's just enough to even everything out. The brush is so soft too. And again, it just really helps to get in those hard to get places. So next I will use the Hourglass Concealer in Warm. It's just like a little stick. And I kind of make like a C under my eyes. And I really use concealer solely to brighten, not so much because I have dark circles or bags under my eyes. I just like the bright effect under my eyes. And this is where the little angled part comes in really nice. And I just pat this into my skin. It's so creamy. You could use your fingers too. But I just find when there's leftover foundation on the brush, it just blends everything so much nicer with your concealer. And then over top, this is the YSL Touche Eclat in number 2. And this I kind of just focus in the inner corner. And this I blend with my ring fingers. Just to purely brighten the under eye area. And a little bit down. Okay, so that's pretty much it. The last thing for my eyes that I've been doing lately is taking Benefit's Eye Bright. If I can find it. There it is. And I go in 3 places with this. So I go right underneath my eyebrows, just a line, in the inner corners, and then at the ends. And this kind of just picks up your eyes even more. And then I just use a little concealer brush to blend. Okay. Crazy bright eyes. Okay, so bronzer. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Oh, it smells amazing. It smells so good. This is the Sephora Platinum 55 brush. I don't really have like a specific bronzer brush that I love, but I don't set my foundation. This bronzer is such a perfect color for me. It doesn't have any orangey tones. It almost, I could pick up a little bit of red, but no orange. And smells really good. And then I take my big Sigma powder brush. This came in the Extravaganza kit, the F94, and I blend it even more. You can see why it's dirty. That's just from blending, not even powder. And then this is LORAC Flaunt. It's a beautiful mineralized blush. This is actually the blush that I used on my wedding day. It's a gorgeous pink. Don't be scared of it. When my makeup artist showed it to me, I was like, but she's like, just trust me. And I really liked it. So on a NARS Galapagos brush, just to the apples and blend it back. The staying power on this blush is insane. And that's crazy, I know. We're gonna just blend it out again. And then for a highlight, I'm going to use the Elizabeth Arden Rose Illumination highlighter. And this is just a Sigma F35 tapered brush. If you want more of a shimmery highlight, I kind of go underneath my brows, but I like the matte highlight that the Benefit Vibrate gives. Again, just we'll blend everything. Alright, and that's it. So then final step is the Skindinavia. This is the bridal spray. You could use the No More Shine or whatever. They're all kind of the same. Shake it up really well to almost where you don't hear, it almost feels like a solid in there. You don't hear any more like liquid in it. I'm just going to give myself some sprays. This will keep your makeup all day. And then usually what I do is I always, like, my final step is I go back and I curl my lashes with the mascara on. And this just kind of gives it like a final curl and a good hold. And you could just see the difference that that makes. This probably makes a lot of people cringe. But it doesn't really bother me. Crazy. Okay. So this lipstick is one of the Tarte lip surgences, and it's called Flashy, and it was in the gift set that I got a while ago. So okay, for outfit of the day, I'm shedding hair. This is the YSL ring in turquoise. These are my bangles that I pretty much have on in every video. My big pearls for $3 that I got from H&M a long time ago. They're by far my most favorite pearls ever. My hair, I curled it with a mix of my flat iron and my 1-inch curling iron. As far as fragrance, I do want to share because I love when people put this in their videos and I always forget to tell you. I'm wearing Bobbi Brown's Beach, which I'm obsessed with, which you already know if you've seen my video on it. And then I mixed it with the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess. This together just is... there are no words for how good this smells. My necklace, this is the Bianca Tassel necklace from Stella & Dot. And then on this hand, I just have a big chunky, like rose gold colored chain bracelet from C Jewelry Online. I will put a link to her store in the description box. And on my nails, I am currently still have on the Funny Bunny from OPI gel color. And then my outfit, my whole outfit is from Target. This skirt and this top, it's gray on the back, and it's almost like a silky, lightweight material. And this has pockets, which I really like. And then on my feet, I'm just wearing the same old gold sandals that I have been wearing pretty much in every outfit of the day video, pretty much every day this summer. They're so comfortable and stylish at the same time, and I got them from Laura in the UK sent them to me a long time ago. So this skirt's really comfortable. It's elastic. It's just a size small because they run kind of big. And that's my whole outfit. We're actually headed to a friend's picnic, so I hope that you guys enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye!